Hey guys, welcome to the Miss Lillian's page. And of course, as soon as I go live, this one jumps says, Mama. Um, last week y'all all got to watch it, and yeah, it was embarrassing, but I'm okay with it. Real life, right? My last project tried to kill me and put me on the back of a memorial T-shirt, hoodie, whatever. And so I've decided that it's still over there in the same condition as when we went off the camera last week, and I'm not touching it right now, so it's in timeout. And so I decided I'm going to start a new project, one that I've been planning for a couple of weeks now. And so this is what I'm doing. This is a China hutch, and I'll show you the bottom of it in a minute. But this is a very thin China hutch, so it's got the slim profile, and it's got a wonderful, wonderful, nice etched into the wood plate rail in there. And this is, definitely solid wood, great piece. If you remember the mermaid cabinet that Sue and I worked on together, this was part of our payment. We got this in as well in trade. So this is what I'm working on. My wonderful son, you see that coming in to the side. My son is over here doing my computer stuff. And then we will be, he's out. Okay, take her. Go on, Whiskey. Whiskey, go on in. So that's what we're doing. So I'm going to bring you guys in. Well, actually, I'm going to show you the bottom of it. And yes, it's in my studio. This is where it's going to sit on this wall. Now, Crysta, you didn't take the hardware off. Why not? Let me show you why not. So Deb is on YouTube. Ann is on in Indiana. Hey, Ann. Hey, Deb. Okay, so the reason I did not take the hardware off of this is, do you see there is no hardware holes? So if you can, let me see if I can get it on camera. See those 4 screws? There's one right there. I would have to take this, detach this in order to get to the back of the screws here. And it is the same way on the doors as well. Of course, I can't take the doors off. Renee's on. She said, hey, I made it. Hey, Renee. 2 chatty chicks. And so if you are a Miss Lillian's home studio partner, if you are a retailer, go ahead, put your links in so people can find you. I'm trying to get that window over there is giving me glare. I usually don't film from this side of the room. Usually I have my wonderful Miss Lillian's behind me, but we're working on this one now. So completely other side of the studio. Okay, so it's a little odd. Renee says, I can be chatty. All right. So this is what we're doing. I'm going to be painting a base coat today. You can see it's kind of like the paneling on the walls. I told myself after last week that I wasn't going to move my camera anymore, and obviously I lied to myself. So here we go. But my husband said that he was going to put seat belts on my rolly cart. Gotta love the love. So you can see here, and this is what I was talking about last week. Tess is on. Hey, girls. Hey, Tess. Is that if I were to take my 2-inch Miss Lillian synthetic brush and I am trying to go into these crevices and stuff, especially down here at the base, it's really difficult, and you got to kind of scrub it in to get down into those crevices. And so just so happens I have my handy dandy French tip brush. And so just a little bit of paint and I can get right into those corners and not have to scrub in. So this is great for any of your textured areas, even though this is a larger area and I can put my big brush in. It's just a little bit more difficult to get down into those creases with even the 2-inch brush, even though you've got a lot of space. So you will see me switching back and forth between my 2-inch and my French tip again. So also, hey, Crysta, what's the plans for this? Well, guys, you know that we're going into spooky season. I'm going to leave you guys there because that's actually a really good view of the piece. Like I said, trying to get y'all so y'all aren't looking out that window. It's got a glare. Well, we're going into spooky season, and y'all know me. I absolutely love my skulls anyway. And so I thought that, and this piece is going to be for my studio, for storage. So what I'm going to do is I have, y'all ready for this? This one is I don't know whose is this. Oh, Chalk Couture. Look at this. Looky, looky, looky. It is one of the self-adhesive stencils that is the silk screen. Very, very large. So when I am ready, what I will do, and I may not do it all over the back. I haven't decided yet. But in these areas here, I'm thinking about doing this pattern on the back over top of this purple. And I was thinking about either using Miss Lillian's metallic and gunmetal gray, or, which I have to order in because when somebody went back to Tennessee, she took all my gunmetal gray. Not saying any names, but it happened. Or I was thinking about using my Miss Lillian's black pearl metallic glaze. So either I was thinking, or I could use watermark silk. There's some other of the metallic grays that I really liked to push through this stencil. And also, just to back it up here just a minute so y'all can see what I'm talking about. If we go back here, down here, I was thinking about doing the patterns in this area here. Just like if I were to do decoupage, I might want this area decoupaged. Not sure if I'm going to do the front. Originally, I thought that I would do the front of the top drawers, but since I can't get this hardware off, I'll paint that. And whatever color I use for my stencil, I will also probably paint my hardware in that color as well, just to get it to accent. So that is what we are talking about today. So we are just going to be doing a base coat. Again, I still haven't decided yet if I am going to do a blend. I'm actually thinking about blending it before I do the stencil. That's the word I was looking for. The stencil. So that's what we're doing today. Give me your thoughts and your ideas on this. I went with Flora Gi. Beautiful color. So, Anne, I know you're happy. Look at that purple. Look at that purple. Look, Anne, look. Anne's always on me. You don't paint with purple enough. There you go. So, if y'all are making comments, they're not coming up on my screen. The last comment that I saw was Tess saying, hey, girls. So, just so you know, they're not popping up on my screen for some reason. So I am thinking about doing a blend on this, but as always, let's talk about that. I always base coat when I blend. And you might ask yourself, well, Crysta, oh, I see Kath is on. Morning, Kath. Kath is in Australia. So she is just waking up her morning coffee with me. Poor lady, you know, wake up, get her coffee, and the first thing she sees is me. I'm sorry, Kat. You know I love ya. I love me some Kath. Anne says, ooh, oh, I am seeing comments now. Love the purple and that cabinet. Deb said that over on YouTube. Anne says, oh, so pretty. Love it. Yes, Anne always gets on me because, you know, Anne loves everything purple. And Deb Olson is also a big fan of the purple. But from what I know of Deb, she likes the darker, richer purples, like the Penthouse. Is more her style, but she likes purple as well. So you ladies can see that I am painting purple, and I think that this will go very well with my Johnny Cash, my Sunset blend, my mermaid cabinet. And I do like in my studio and in my house to surround myself with color and creativity. So you might, back on subject though, why do I base coat before I blend? Well, you see the color of the wood here. If I was to paint a blend without a base coat, then, you know, blends are very finicky. And if you mess them up, if you don't get them full coverage on your blend, then you can't just go back and fix a little area. If you're doing, you can with like, if you're doing like the splotchy blend that I do, like 4 or 5 colors, and, you know, you can kind of get away with it. But if you're going to do a straight blend or like a fade out blend, then it's going to be very, very difficult to go back if you've missed an area. If you have a base coat on here, then what you're going to see if you don't get full coverage is the color underneath. You're not going to see that wood popping through. So since I'm kind of on the fence of whether or not I'm going to blend this or not, then I'm just going to take the precaution, see if I like it with the purple, the straight Flora Gi. And if I do, then great. If not, then what I can do is I will add my blend, but I have my base coat on it. So that way, I don't have to worry about possibly missing an area and then being upset that I missed an area. So that is why if I am if I'm blending, I always base coat my piece. To me, it gives such a much nicer finish to it than if I were to do it just over the wood. Tess says, my area is so small that it gave me an idea to cut boards to fit the shelves and paint them and change them throughout the year. That's a great idea. That is an absolute wonderful idea. Delana is on. Hey, Delana. She says, I like that style of hutch. Renee says, I'm still here just talking on phone and multitasking. Oh, I love that color. Yeah, this is our Flora Gi. Gotta love Flora Gi. And Deb, if you're still watching, let me know. Am I correct that you like the richer, deeper purples more than the lighter purples? Or is the richer, deeper color purple, is that kind of like your go-to, but any purple will work? Or I don't want to, I think that's your preference. It's funny because as you get to know people throughout the years, you kind of know their preferences. And when you put your hand on a color, you're just like, oh, I know who's going to like fall in love with this color. So I knew that Anne would love this one. Kat says it's just after 6 a.m. there. Again, poor lady. She just woke up getting her coffee and she sees me. What a way to wake up. I will paint this whole piece, but the top down here.
Are you painting your purse again?
I'm not painting. Did y'all hear what he just walked in and said? My husband's home, by the way, so Lord only knows what's going to happen on this video. My husband walks in and he says, are you painting your purse again?
And the floor and the wall.
He walked in about, after all this happened, and he goes to go out the door from my studio into our courtyard, and he says, and which is 5-6 feet away, he says, why is there paint on the back of the door? So not only did I get it in the area that I was in, it slung and hit the door. I didn't even realize it was over on the door. So, mind you, I don't paint purple to sell. I only paint it for me. Yes. She says, I do like other purples too, but she said that, so I am correct. She's over on YouTube. Delana says, hey, she did it with grace and handled it so professionally. So, there you go. So that's awesome. Thank you, Delana. Yeah, I was waiting for my husband to come and like ask my son how to screen record that and play it over and over again on a loop on the big screen. And trust me, I haven't lived it down. I have learned that I will not be up on ladders during videos. I will not.
Killed a Smurf in our bathroom.
So anyway, yeah, I'm going to need you to just go away. Love you. So I will be painting the top as well. Like I said in down there that I was showing you. But I'm saving that for last because, you know, why give up a perfectly good work area? And I don't want to have to stand there and hold all of my paint. Deb said, you didn't even swear. I would have lost my Tess says he better stay away or he'll get some slung on him. Delana says, love you, Shorty. All husbands to timeout. That's right. Go to timeout, Shorty. So I will paint the top as well. I was thinking of leaving the top natural on this just because it is going to be my studio, which basically means it's going to get a lot of wear and tear. But the top on this, when we got it in, does have a lot of water stains and stuff that I couldn't get sanded out when I prepped this. And so I made the decision that I am going to go ahead and paint it. So, yeah, I've learned I'm not going to try to be off of my rolly cart. I'm not going to be on ladders. Next time I do a shelf, which I told myself beforehand I should have laid it down because shelves with no weight at the bottom are very tipsy. And so I told myself that, and against my better judgment, I said, it'll be all right. Yeah, it'll be all right. And it wasn't all right. So that's what we're doing, guys. What would y'all like to see on this? Do you think that I should blend it? And if so, what colors do you think would look good with this skull? I'll show you this one again because this is what we're using. This skull stencil. Because I really want to do like the gray or black for that. I haven't decided yet. Renee said Shorty is very popular. Yes, he is. Everyone knows Shorty. So, and for those of you that have just started following me, Shorty he still does paint with me sometimes, but Shorty used to do videos with me as well, and he paints and creates. It's just his job has gotten a little crazy, so he doesn't have the time that we used to. So I'm going to move you guys this way because I want to hit that over there. Anne says, of course, a dark purple. Does that mean you think that I should blend this Flora Gi with a dark purple? Is that what you're thinking? So let me know what you think. What colors do y'all think would be great if I decide to blend? And of course, I can go back with this and I see all sorts of spots in those crevices that I just went over with my 2-inch synthetic. So I did prep this with my first step prep, and I also gave it a light scuff sand, and then I cleaned it again with my first step prep, and now doing the base coat. Oh, Anne says, Delana says y'all are super busy. Yes. Anne says to use a dark purple for the stencil. Okay, guys, give me just a second because I had a thought. Let me go grab this because y'all were saying purple for the stencil. There is a glaze, a metallic glaze called Purple Goldstone. And I don't know if y'all have seen it. I've used it before. But let me grab that real quick. What, Austin?
Said you had a thought?
I did. I had a thought all by myself. You know, it's a long walk to Corsicana for you to go to work. I suggest you be nice to me.
Hey, I was going to give you a heads up so we can eat both cereal.
Uh-oh. I know. He's coming in. He's hungry, and I got to cook dinner when we get off of the live. Not used to him being here this early. So yeah, he can have a bowl of cereal. It won't kill him. All right. So purple goldstone. Let me see if I can. Well, I've got a piece of paper over here I don't need. So let me just a piece of paper just to show you guys the purple goldstone. Let me see. Is this thing even open? I know. Oh, I had one that was open. And when Sue went back to Tennessee, I sent that back with her so she would have a color or have some. So I'm just put a drop in on that. I'm going to move it around a little bit. Now it's on paper, so it's, a little, but you'll get the gist. But this is purple goldstone. You see when you kind of look at it in one way, it's definitely a purple. But if you can see that. Now, this was before shifters. This is not a super shifter or a super duper shifter. This was pre-shifters, but it's got a gold and a purple in it. And so it's called purple goldstone. You can see how the light hits it. You see more of the purple and some more of the gold. So I might switch and not do, sorry, I don't know what happened. I got dust. I might actually switch from my metallic grays, like the watermark silk or the gunmetal. And that's a good idea. I just don't know when I decide whether or not I'm going to do the blend or not, if this would show up. So I'll definitely have to look into that. Anne says that would be pretty blended too. Delana says it's a beautiful color. Tess says gold, purple, red, orange, and wow, she wants me to go for it. Purple, gold, red, orange, green, and black. What do y'all think about that? I might just. Delana says that the purple goldstone is gorgeous. Kath said that's a cool idea, Anne. And then Anne was talking about the purple goldstone and said that she liked that too. So it would have to depend. I want to make sure that stencil shows up. And so I need to make sure that whatever colors that I put on this or blend, that it will in fact show up. So that's what I am looking at. And get into those corners. Yeah, I thought that piece last week was going to put me on the back of a memorial hoodie. Oh, it was horrible. But honestly, that's why it's in timeout. I have not touched it since. I cleaned up and that was it. I was done. I was like, you can sit there and think about what you have done. And then Shorty yelled at me, when am I going to get my bookcase? Like it didn't try to kill me. Anyway. Tess said I did it on nails. Those colors, Tess, the purple, gold, red, orange, green, black. And if you have a picture of those nails, would you kindly send it over? Because I believe that you and I are friends on Facebook. If not, we should be. Add me as a friend and send me that, because I would like to see, your inspiration, because that might actually be something that, I might want to. She said, yep, on one nail. Deb says, let Shorty do his own bookcase. I'm telling him you said that. Not now, because I don't need a lot of expletives on my video. I would still like to have my job at the end of the day. So we're not going to do that this second. But Deb, I will let you know how that goes. I'll definitely let you know how that goes. And I don't know why I didn't think of these earlier, but I've got these on top, and I'm taking those down because my luck, it'll fall and crack me on the head. So, yeah. And I've got 2 of them up here. So I'm going to get those off the top so they don't come falling down on my head. Tess says she'll try to find a picture. Yeah, Tess, if you get a picture, just send it to me because I'm interested in that color combination. I just need to see where you're going with it and what your inspiration was, but I definitely would love to see that. So I am going to get up underneath of each one of these, and I'll get up underneath of the trim up here. There's nothing for y'all to see there. Y'all can't see it when I'm doing it, and I really don't think y'all want me to watch me try to become a contortionist. So we'll just save that for later. And y'all need to stop laughing because I know darn well that y'all get the same thing when y'all are painting this stuff. This is a solid one-piece unit. This hutch does not detach, or else I would probably lay the hutch down. But this piece, this is all one solid wood unit, and so I can't detach it. Tess says that my head is still on you guys, mermaid. Michelle is the lady that we painted that for. And if you missed the beginning of the video, this hutch was actually what that mermaid piece, that mermaid buffet replaced in her house. And so part of our deal was that when my husband and my son delivered the mermaid buffet to her home, they came home with this. So, and I love it. This is a very solid piece. The piece that she got was an antique from a friend. Didn't know what she was going to do with this. And so I got this. And I went, I know what I'm going to do with that. So we are moving right along. But yeah, I definitely would love to know your ideas on this. If you're watching on replay or anything, just go ahead and type in #replay. Let me know that you were here. And if you've got an idea, and you're always welcome to hit me up on Messenger and say, hey, Crysta, I got an idea. And I love to take them all into consideration and see. Because I feel like when I do my videos on pieces that we're doing these pieces together. And if there's a technique or something you'd like to see, just go ahead and let me know. I'll be happy to either do it on this project or definitely plan it out to where I can show you in a future project. And then when I do the future project, I could always be like, hey, I'm doing that project next week. And so that you'll know when to check that out if you've got a question on a particular process or product and that's really all of our creators. You can reach out. I don't want to speak for them and say yes they will, but I know them and they're awesome people, and I don't think that if you reached out for help with any of them they'd be like no. We will definitely get it in. Renee says, I can't wait to see the outcome of this piece. Thank you. Deb says, I would probably spray that piece, at least the base coat. Well, I would, but then I have to drag it outside and I have to set. And right now down here, it is a dust bowl, which means that I would have so much dust in this piece and in my paint. I would be very, very angry with myself. We still have our garage filled from moving. And so the ultimate plan is to set me up a spray booth in the garage when we get the garage cleaned out. So either that or I want to get my own shed outside I want to have split it down the middle and have one half for sanding and one half for spraying. And so that's what we're looking at. Delana said, Crysta and all of the Miss Lillian's content creators are amazingly helpful and sweet. Thank you. Desiree's on. Hello, Desiree. Anne says, how about leave it? Leave what, Anne? I'm not sure what that comment was in reference to. So you got to help me out there. Not sure what that meant. Yeah, I have a spray tent as well. It's just my spray tent isn't big enough to put this in. Like my spray tent is my outdoor spray tent, the collapsible one that you put up. It's big enough for a small dresser, 2 nightstands, that kind of thing. It wouldn't fit this in it. Not properly, not enough to do what I need to do on it. So we are, but we also have plans to get my chicken coop put up, and we haven't done that yet. And we've still got to build my greenhouse. And so we've got a whole punch list of stuff that still needs to be done. And it's taking I don't want to say the most important stuff first, but trying to get, financially get the stuff that we can afford done, and what really, really needs to be done first, and what I can live without. But, oh yeah, spraying the base coat would have been so much easier. And Deb is in Texas as well, and so she'll understand this too. Even though we're in a cold front and it's still 98 degrees outside, it's normally in the last 3 weeks, it's been like 111,000 degrees outside. And so I am not about ready to stay out there even to spray it. But it would be cured in a matter of an hour. That's the good thing. Put him down.
Do I have to do?
This is what I'm looking at. Austin walks in holding Ford. Hi, Ford. All right, go on in.
Oh.
Work from home, they said. It'll be fun, they said. You won't have to get dressed. You'll save money on gas, they said. What could go wrong, they said. There you go. All right, so I just need to, I am going to get this piece up here done. And then if you guys don't have questions, then there's really not much more that we can talk about today, unless y'all have a question about a specific product or anything like that. And I will have this base coated with a plan, 12% of the plan, something. I will have something together by next week and figuring out what our next process on this is. So let me get the comments one last time. Ann says, Ford is as big as Austin. Yeah, he's 9 months now, and he's huge. And Deb says, I have a homemade spray tent that I can tell you how to make later if you're interested. Yeah, I'm interested. Girl, I'm interested in that. Oh, Ann says, how about leave it the color it is now for stencil with the purple gold stuff and blend where you're not using it with dark purple. Now, that is more than 12% of a plan. I like it. Let me see where this goes. Desiree says, well, the dust will make your piece textured. Absolutely, but I don't want it textured. That's the thing. Kat said that she glittered me. Thank you so much. Kat says Ford has definitely grown. Yes, he has. He is a big, big baby. All right, guys. Well, again, this is Miss Lillian's birthday month. You have until midnight, August 31st, to get your orders in and use the code that's up in the information, or depends if you're on YouTube, it's down. Facebook, you're up. I don't know where it is on Twitch. I don't know. Anyway, I don't get on Twitch that much. Anyway, so the code is in there. I think it's ML birthday 20, but don't quote me. Make sure you check it. It's all caps, no spaces. And you've got until August 31st. My link is up there, my affiliate link. If you can use mine or one of our other creators' links, that helps us get in products to show you how to do more stuff. So that's going on. Congratulations to all of our winners. I'm not sure if they're going to announce the big winner for our contest that gets a 50% off coupon. on the 31st or the 1st, but that's coming up. You still have time to enter that. For every order you do, that's one entry into the weekly 25% off drawing. And then there is one winner for the entire month, and that will get you a 50% off coupon. So good stuff happening. Just to let you know, since I'm here and you guys follow me anyway, there will not be a Whiskey and Women Thursday. I take the 3 puppies that I have left to catch transport. They start going to their new homes, and they start that journey Thursday evening, and it's 2 hours to the rescue from where we live. So I will not be back in time to do Whiskey and Women. Nothing's wrong. We just got puppies that are going to their new homes, and it's awesome. So guys, thank you so much. We love you. I will see you next Tuesday with more than 12% of a plan for this piece. Bye, guys.